We're only 24 hours into 2024 and we already got a Yandere Dev apology. So for those of you who don't know, Yandere Dev recently released an apology video where he goes over some accusations I believe came out last year about him allegedly grooming an underage fan. And these are some pretty heavy allegations. However, I will give him the benefit of the doubt and say that that is just kind of something losers on the internet throw at you when they're mad. However, to a lot of people, it looked like those claims were facts. His video covered pretty much everything, so there's a lot we gotta get into. First, what's up nerdies? My name is Jah. Please do me a favor and leave a like on the vid and subscribe if you're new here. Now right into the video.
I will take accountability and admit that I did discuss inappropriate topics with a fan.
What did he say?
Now there's a lot of people who are definitely gonna tune out right there and not even listen to anything else he has to say, and rightfully so. Because at the end of the day, this is a pretty serious topic, and he definitely is to some degree admitting guilt and taking accountability. However, on the opposite side of that, I will at least say it is refreshing to hear a YouTuber actually take accountability for their actions and genuinely apologize for their behavior rather than just pulling out a ukulele.
Toxic gossip train.
But let's hear what else he has to say.
She let me know right off the bat that she was 16, but I didn't see any problem with that.
Why don't you take a seat right over there? What was on the agenda tonight?
I was just gonna take her out.
Not gonna lie, get why he's saying that, because when I was younger, I definitely had friends that were mad older than me. You just automatically know to not say anything, but let's keep going.
The YouTuber apparently instructing the girl on how to steer our conversations in an inappropriate direction. Our discussions got pretty weird.
So two things. First off, it could really just be the case that because of his following, she's trying to do something to put him in a situation where he gets caught up. Because sadly, that is something we see happen to a lot of content creators. However, it could also be he's genuinely just saying and doing stuff that's making her that uncomfortable to the point where she feels like he could potentially be a predator. So ultimately, that's a 50-50, so I'll just have to leave that one to you.
The YouTuber started coaching the girl on how to manipulate me into saying things that would make me look bad, which wasn't what the girl wanted. But you don't have to just take my word for it. The girl has written a statement about the entire situation, giving her side of the story.
So I did actually read her full statement. The link to his apology video will be in the description of this. And basically what I can gather from it is that she personally does not believe Alex to be a predator. And given that added context, I can definitely understand if it's a situation where he's just not socially aware of what he's saying, and that what makes it inappropriate in context is the fact that he was talking to someone underage. Overall, it is a very weird situation, but we're gonna get more into how we feel about it in a little bit.
Grooming is when an adult tries to establish a relationship with a child with the intention of exploiting or abusing the child. That doesn't describe what I did. I didn't develop a friendship with the girl for that reason. That wasn't my intention. I did not attempt to establish a romantic or sexual relationship with the girl. But after having my behavior explained to me as commonly associated with romance, I can understand how it was interpreted that way.
The reason I find this one so difficult is because when you're on the spectrum, sometimes you genuinely just don't know what is or is not socially acceptable. So I can definitely see him saying that he just didn't perceive his actions in that light. However, that doesn't justify it or make it okay. And it's definitely still kind of weird that he would answer that many strange questions in the first place. I don't know.
More importantly, I never should have let conversations like that happen in the first place. A normal, mentally healthy adult would have just blocked the girl immediately after the very first time she said something inappropriate.
Now this is where it kind of starts to get weird for me, because here he's clearly describing that he himself is not a normal, mentally healthy adult, and because of all of his years alienating himself and keeping himself inside, busy with game development, he became lonely enough to talk freakily online with a 16-year-old?
Another piece of information I would like to address would be the claim that I was grooming this girl ever since she was 9 years old. That's not true. Apparently, she sent me an email 7 years ago. I'm assuming it was just typical fan mail. I always respond to every fan who contacts me, so I must have replied and said something like, "Hey, thanks for your kind words, glad you like the game." But just the fact that she had contacted me when she was 9, and then later she contacted me again last year, somehow magically transformed into a narrative that I had been grooming her for 7 years straight. No, that's not what happened.
So the one thing I will agree on is I'll say I definitely know from firsthand experience how the internet can blow things out of proportion. Take something you said or didn't say and twist it and contort it into this giant mess of a lie. So that thing about him dealing with her since she was 9 is definitely not true.
I'm going to continue releasing updates for the game. and I'm going to continue releasing videos on my secondary channel. I understand that there's probably going to be less people contributing to the game, less people playing the game, and less people supporting the game. I just have to live with that. No matter what kind of numbers I have, whether it's views or downloads or income or anything else, I'm still going to keep working on the game. It's too important to me for me to ever give up on it.
Ultimately, this is all just a really sad story. I remember when Yandere Simulator was in its peak, with Dashi and Corey Kenshin playing it weekly. I mean, this game has a lot of potential. It was the next big thing at once. So to see all this backlash and tarnished image that it carries today, it's really sad. Because reality is, people are your biggest haters, especially when they envy your situation. So ultimately, I do have a lot of respect for the accountability that Yandere Dev takes in this video. However, I don't know if he can recover.